Michigan avoids a monster upset. Double overtime, up 24-21, 3rd and 11. Thank you, Carlo Kemp. Thank you, Aiden Hutchison. Sacking Kelvin Hopkins Jr. Fumble recovered by the Wolverines. And the Wolverines hang on 24-21. They were 22-point favorites coming into this game. Congratulations to those of you who had the under, too, because going into overtime, you were like, ooh, I don't know if the under is going to cash. Well, it did. It was 48 was the total. So we've got 45 there. And 12 years ago, Michigan was upset by Appalachian State, one of the biggest upsets in college football history. And today they avoid a monster upset against Army, 24-21. Let's welcome in former Florida State standout Bryant McFadden and CBS Sports college football writer Tom Fornelli. B-Mac, I'll start with you here. What did you see from Michigan? Why did they have so much trouble with Army?
Well, defensively, they didn't win first down. Anytime you're playing against a team like Army with a ground and pound offensive mentality, you have to win first down. You cannot allow them to get at least 4 or 5 yards on first down because those are manageable second down opportunities. And they did that as far as Army winning the first down battle. And secondly, for me with the third down situation, when you're in 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, that's already a win for Army. And because of that, they were able to sustain drives and capitalize on points in the red area. So for me, Michigan, their defense, I felt like they would be a more physical group, especially in the trenches, but they lost that battle. But they made timely plays that put them in a position to win. And then transition to this Michigan offense, this new spread attack. I'm not impressed. Last week I wasn't impressed, and clearly this week I was not impressed again. Shea Patterson, for him to be an experienced quarterback, he seems to be a bit shaky. I don't know if it's more of a confidence thing or not just really believing in the system, but so far Shea Patterson has not lived up to the billing. I mean, looking at these numbers today, there's not one player on that Army defense that was recruited by Michigan. I'm willing to bet. And Shea Patterson had issues. Only 200 yards. Now, they ran the ball a lot, but guess what? You run the ball a lot when you're not successful in throwing the ball.
Yeah.
And that was the storyline today. So, all in all, a win is a win.
Sure.
But it was not impressive.
Tom, questionable call, 2:30 to play, 4th and 2. They decide to run instead of kick a field goal, take the lead. Then they would have avoided going to overtime. Josh Gaddis running the offense here, a first-time play caller. How concerned are you about Josh Gaddis and this Michigan offense?
Yeah, it wasn't a pretty performance for Michigan on offense, both with some of the decisions and just the execution of what they were trying to do. I thought that a field goal earlier in the fourth quarter was a wiser choice because if you watched it all day, Michigan's offensive line, which was starting 2 freshmen at tackle and also on the inside, they weren't really able to get any kind of push against Army's defensive front, which I think is a problem considering there were 4, all-conference fraternities on that offensive line, and they still were only averaging 2.4 yards per carry in the game. So I thought it was a questionable decision just because I know that you're Michigan and you're taking the approach thinking, well, we're Michigan, we should be able to get this first down. But all the evidence that had been shown on the game on Saturday was saying, no, you're probably not going to get it. And they didn't. And it put them in a really difficult position. And overall, I mean, it's the blocking was a problem. Shea Patterson was playing somewhat of a one-read quarterback. He would look for his first guy, and if it wasn't there right away, he was kind of just trying to tuck it and run or scramble. It was not a very promising effort. Now, granted, it's only their second game in the system, so there's still time to go. There's still time for them to become more accustomed and get into a better groove with their offense. But based on what we saw last week against Middle Tennessee and what we saw today against Army, there are a lot of kinks left to be ironed out of the new 21st century Michigan offense.
Michigan takes on Wisconsin on the road coming up September 21st. So they've got their work cut out for them coming up.